Hey guys, I just wanted to follow on from a post I made earlier on this week, which was about rebounding. Um, so I wanted to tell you what rebounding is. I wanted to explain a little bit more about the people that get confused whether what they're actually doing is rebounding, and I want to go also explain how to do it properly, and then also kind of what the mistakes people make when they rebound, or they go through a rebound. So, first and foremost, what is a rebound? Well, the rebound phase is the period after a pretty severe diet. Now, I say pretty severe because somebody coming down from 15% to 10% or 17% to 10% really would have been on a pretty focused, strict diet, but getting to that body fat percentage really doesn't take a really harsh dieting approach. You shouldn't really impact any of your hormones in a negative way at all. Um, Dieting down to very low body fat percentages, five below, bodybuilding competitions, physique shows, personal goals of achieving a very low percentage body fat. This is where you're going to be impacting a lot of your hormones, and one hormone in particular that's hugely impacted is thyroid. And obviously, with this being a master metabolism regulator, one of the biggest problems that you're going to find in a phase after severe dieting is your thyroid is going to be pretty low. And I had some research papers sent over to me probably about 3 months ago, and it was something that I saw over a year ago, which a study was done on natural bodybuilders. And it was showing that a lot of the hormones that were impacted, such as cortisol and testosterone and thyroid, took between 3 and 6 months to re-regulate themselves. So, studies have been done on natural athletes to show that, through a period of severe dieting, your hormones are negatively impacted. Now, through smart nutrition, those hormones will come back to normal. And I don't believe anybody who says that you're not going to diet down to crazy percentage of body fat, crazy low percentage of body fats, and come out the other side with your hormones exactly intact as they were when you started dieting. That research has shown that they're impacted. But if you're smart and you're patient and you're precise with your dieting methods, back out of your diet, there should be no reason at all why you should cause any problems. And I, for one, support any coach that slams, other either prep coaches or diet coaches or body composition or physique coaches who don't give advice to their athletes or clients for the rebound phase. This phase after the diet is extremely important, and often where damage can be done to somebody's physique in a very short space of time, but it can also be a period of time which takes a hell of a long period to get back on track. So rebounding is this period after a prolonged period of diet. It's a period where your hormones have been, I wouldn't say damaged, they've just been down-regulated. You got to do a pretty smart job of bringing the calories up very slowly, and doing it within a period where you can maximize lean muscle tissue because your body's very receptive to fuel, but not too much. So, there are a lot of people that kind of say, "Oh, I'm in my rebound phase, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that." Well, I said this earlier. If you haven't really done a severe diet, you're not in a rebound phase. You're just slowly bringing your calories up. Very unlikely that you would have caused any hormonal down regulation. But if you have done a severe diet, you might notice signs of sleep. I'm 4 weeks out now from my show, and I know I'm starting to get very tired. My sleep patterns are getting a little bit all over the place. I'm waking up quite frequently through the night, and this has happened the last few times I've done this. And I can also tell as I get back into my rebound phase when my hormones are starting to normalize, when sleep gets back on track, energy levels are getting back on track. I can tell my hormone levels are pulling back, and strength really starts climbing up massively, and I'm having the positive effects from the food that I'm starting to eat. So for anybody who has done a rebound or is doing a rebound or is in that phase at the moment, my explanation and detailing to you is about how to do it. Now, I've done this with many people and with a lot of success. One of my biggest successes recently was on myself, bringing myself down to 92.4 kilos for my photo shoot at the beginning of this year. And then slowly rebounding. My body fat didn't go above 11%, and it was very, very low, depending on how it was measured. Anywhere between, 4 to 5, around that sort of number for my photo shoot. And I very, very slowly brought my body composition back on track, put some very, very quality muscle on, and started my diet down at 113 kilos from 11.5% body fat. So I know that I put on quality lean tissue. I kept very, very strict to my diet. As I brought my calories up, it was meticulous. I had very, very few cheat days or cheat meals. I certainly relaxed and enjoyed life a lot more. Wasn't counting everything as precise as I am doing now, but I was very meticulous with how many calories I was adding in, and I saw the benefits to my physique. I stayed lean all the way throughout my rebound, and when I started my prep this time around, I was a lot leaner, had a lot more muscle tissue, and I was in a better place to start coming down from. Anybody that has got in shape before will know that, if you gain a lot of weight in a very short space in a rebound, it's not going to be quality muscle tissue. It's going to be a lot of water retention. It's going to be a lot of body fat. And the fatter you get, the quicker you get fat, the slower you're going to gain muscle tissue. So if you want to be that person straight after a prep or straight after a competition photo shoot or a personal goal of getting very, very lean, who thinks it's great post this event to slam on 32 pounds, which has been seen very, very quickly, it's not going to be muscle, people. It's going to be a lot of fluid, it's going to be a lot of body fat in a short period of time, and invariably you're going to upset your hormones. So in the process, it's going to be very, very difficult to kind of pull back round. So here's some tips for you. If you've dieted very, very low and you're ready to come into your rebound, my first tip, stick to your diet. If your prep's been 14 to 16 weeks, then it's going to be another 4 or 6 weeks. It's going to be, in my eyes, counting your calories. It's going to be adding calories in. What I normally look at doing is probably adding in 500 to 700 calories straight off the bat for the first week, 10 days. Of course, you want to be a little bit relaxed for a day or two post your show, shoot, or personal goal. So that's where you probably have a couple of days of indulging in what you like. You've dieted, you've been very, very strict, and it's important you have a little bit of relax time, and then it's back down to business. You will benefit hugely from a couple of days of eating what you like, but then will come the damage if you push that for a lot longer. So that's where I would add the 500 to 700 calories per day and stick at that meal plan. Count everything, be meticulous, probably give yourself one cheat meal a week. Have your body fat calipers done, get your weight checked, look at your pictures and check to see how your body composition is responding. Often in the first 1 to 2 weeks, you'll find lean muscle or lean tissue going on, so to say, lean body weight going on, and your body fat might even come down. At this point, don't go crazy and put more food in. Stick to the plan, watch your body composition, and the maximum I'd go is between 150 and 200 calories increasing into your diet. Per week or even per 2 weeks. I wouldn't be adding in a lot more because I like to add the food, allow training to continue, and then watch how my body composition responds. Do certain calipers. You might not want to do the whole body. You might want to check your suprailiac, your hip, your quad, your umbilical, your belly button, and just see how you're getting on with those. And then maybe after a couple of weeks or 10 days, increase your calories by 150 to 200 per day again. Now, one of the things that I like to do is push my calories to a certain point and then have a little bit of a back off. So what I might do is push my calories and stabilize at that point, or even just drop my calories another 500 calories just for a couple of weeks to stabilize, stay at that place for a while, and then have another push up with my food. To start with, I think it's important to put most of the calories in and around the workout. I think that I know that your body absorbs them a heck of a lot better, especially when you're very, very lean, and it's maximizing that uptake of fuel. So this is where I'll be putting them in during, potentially pre and post, and then trying to keep carbohydrates low around those times. To me, that maximizes insulin sensitivity. And then on my non-training days, I continue with the way that I've explained to you guys about how I do nutrition. I'd go back on my non-training days to a lower carb approach, maybe one carb meal during the day. I'd still be increasing the calories on those days, but I'd be having a fluctuation, so still having quite high calories on the training day, and then slightly lower, 500 to 1,000 lower on a non-training day. So there you have it. From my perspective, rebound, be smart, take your time. Don't be the hero that puts 30 pounds on and starts telling people you're jacked, when in actual fairness you're fat. Monitor yourself. Watch how your body's taking up nutrients, and if you can get away with putting a little bit more than 150 to 200 a week and still stay lean, then push it. But that's where monitoring comes into play. Do it slowly, make some great gains, be patient, and the next time you come back down to get lean, you'll thank me that you were patient, because you'll be a lot leaner and you'll have allowed your metabolism, your hormones to rise back up to their pre-prep level without having caused much damage. So give that a try. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about the rebound process, and good luck with your training and nutrition.